Welcome to the RNBE.
Welcome.
This is the podcast every week right here at Comicstorian, where I am joined by my illustrious guest, co-host, not really a guest, I don't know why. I just want to, I want to say illustrious. That's what
illustrious?
I wanted.
Yes, I am illustrious. I bring my presence to the podcast, and
it's your Greek name, your ancient Greek name.
My Greek name? You know what my Greek name really is?
What?
My Greek name is Testicles.
Testicles.
Yes.
Well, Testicles, did you know that today's episode is brought to you by Marvel Puzzle Quest, the Marvel Universe Match 3 RPG app, where you basically go ahead and do like a Match 3 symbol and use your heroes to battle against them.
Yeah, it's actually pretty beastly.
I know, because you love that style of game.
I love that style of game.
So when they sent over they're like, hey, would you guys be willing to do this? I'm like, oh yeah, Rob would love to do this. And I told Rob, and he was like, I've never heard of that. And I'm like, download it. And Rob's just like, why have I not heard of this?
Yeah, dude, I played it for an hour. I was like, yeah, man. Hulk smash him, folks. Captain America throws his little shield. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
But we'll be talking more about that in our mid-roll, our advertiser, which I will abruptly interrupt the podcast to talk about.
And cut.
So, guys, today was actually interesting. We had about 5 different topics for this podcast. The first of which was, can we theorize what's going to happen in Infinity War? And then we were like, okay, how about we theorize what's going to happen to the villains in Infinity War? And then we were talking about what if we talk about what happened to all of the villains in Infinity War? And then it was a list of things like that. Right. And they all would have worked great if you had watched this live on Twitch on Thursday morning before anybody had seen the movie.
This would have been a great video to upload like a week ago.
Yeah. The problem is, by the time that all of you on Comicstorian are watching this, you've all seen the movie. Yeah. So nothing we said would have mattered.
Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of a funny experiment, though. Upload a theory video the weekend the movie comes out.
The weekend the movie comes out.
I haven't seen it yet, guys. Please don't spoil it. And then they just spoil the hell out of it.
It's still an interesting comparison, though, even after everyone has seen it, to see if Benny and Rob are right.
Well, that's the whole point of this one.
And that was his idea. His idea was that we could throw out the theories and just put the caveat, we haven't seen the movie at the time of this, and they could comment down below and say if we got it right or wrong. Right. What I told them was the only problem with that is, for the most part, the video is worthless. Yeah, because no one's
going to search in a few days for
exactly
what will happen.
It's got a week lifespan at best. Right. Yeah.
So we talked about a couple other ideas, and our first idea was we theorized what's going to happen in Avengers 4. And we had that idea until 2 minutes before this podcast. And I realized...
That's not what we're going with?
No. Gary didn't even get the memo change.
I didn't.
Hold on. Gary? Other duties as assigned, Gary.
We had a whole discussion about the change.
Yeah.
I don't know what that has to do with that.
Doesn't have anything to do with it, actually.
Yeah.
I was focusing on working.
So, because we thought... But the problem with theorizing what's going to happen in 4 is we don't know how 3 ends. So how can we theorize 4? That'll be a great podcast to put on next week.
That's true, because a lot of it, all the theories hinge on how
it ends.
Yes, that's
true. I mean, for all we know, it's going to end with Thanos riding in on Magic Rainbow Sparkle Butt, one of the My Little Ponies, telling the Thor to join him on a magical journey into Hogwarts.
Okay, first of all, that sounds badass. Dude, I would be so down with that, because
Thor
as we know,
not Thor. Thanos has a change of heart.
Thanos would become a Death Eater. Oh, I can get no. You know what would happen? No,
he wouldn't.
No. Here's exactly what would happen. Thanos would invade, he'd show up in Hogwarts, right? Yeah. All right. Because as we know, all right, Mistress Death was originally a Hogwarts student.
You forgot something.
What?
A portal opens.
Yeah. So
he has to take the train. You can see Thanos. He has to take the train.
Okay. Thanos on
He's sitting there on the train.
Anything
from the trolley, Thanos.
On anything from the trolley. Like, yes, the end of the world.
I don't think I have any of those.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be hilarious. They give him like those little dewdrops and those little things. Like, these do not look like Infinity Stones.
These don't look like Infinity Stones. He gets a chocolate frog and it jumps away, and he's just sad.
Yeah, he's just man, he's just disappointed. Okay, no. So Thanos would get to Hogwarts. I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Yes.
Thanos would get to Hogwarts.
I'll go with it, because today's topic's pretty loose as it is.
Thanos at Hogwarts.
Thanos at Hogwarts.
Yes.
Hold on. Can I at least tell him what the topic's going to be so he can think about it while you guys are talking Thanos at Hogwarts?
That's fine.
Okay. So anyway, we decided that would be bad. Maybe we'll do that next week. But so we decided the best topic we could do, the superheroes we want to see in Avengers 4.
Yes.
Because we know who's in 3. We don't know who's in 4.
No, we don't.
But isn't the general consensus, though, is that there might be a few extra heroes that pop up that we don't know about yet?
Yes.
Well, that's the idea, yeah.
Somebody spoiled it for me. I know who they are. Yes.
Yeah, please do not tell me.
I'm not telling you that. I'm not going to tell you that limb fall off boy is going to be in the movie.
Man.
I tried to tell Rob a theory that I have, and completely. This is me talking. Completely uneducated theory.
No, okay, hold on, guys.
Hold
on. The reason why I didn't want to hear that was because Gary may end up being right, and I don't want to. I don't want to spoil.
Okay, well, hold on though.
Okay, fine.
What would Thanos do if he went to Hogwarts?
Oh no!
What if this turns into the entire podcast today?
Yeah.
Thanos in Hogwarts.
Okay, that
if
should
that
be the
happens,
title
we'll just have Dylan slice out the beginning where I said we're going to talk about the heroes we want to see in Avengers 4, and the podcast will be Thanos in Hogwarts, Avengers 4.
I'll be honest, man. Dude, I think that video would actually blow up.
J.K. Rowling is consult for the film.
Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm J.K. Rowling, and I think we should do this, and Thanos would work
That's
well.
your old lady British accent.
I don't know how to talk.
Old lady?
Yeah, she's like in her. I don't know. Yeah, she's like 50 something.
What do you consider old lady?
Old lady?
I think like 60 is the cutoff point.
60?
Yeah.
Old lady is like 90.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's on your deathbed.
You know what the best part about this is, Rob?
Okay, if at 90 years old, you're almost finished with all your living.
What's old to you?
Old to me?
Like old.
I consider 30 old. I consider myself an old man.
You're so full of crap.
I'm
you
old.
don't.
I am old. I am
No, you
over the
don't.
hill. I'm dying slowly.
I'm 34 years old, man. The struggle's real.
30, no, 30
I got like 3 good years
30
left in
is,
me.
okay, I guess I sort of feel like an adult now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I have to do adult things.
Yes, I no longer have the excuse of being in my 20s.
Do we?
I want to throw something out there, though.
Yeah.
Dan is not here today because he's sick, and he would love a conversation of Thanos at Hogwarts.
Oh, he's got to be so jelly sitting at home.
he's
Dan,
watching. I know he's watching.
This
He's
one's
in the
for you,
chat to
Dan.
make sure this happens.
This one's
properly.
for you.
Gel.
Yeah, he's so jelly. Okay, no.
Yeah.
So Thanos goes to Hogwarts. All right. Like he'd be in Slytherin. All right, like he'd definitely be in Slytherin house.
Ravenclaw.
No.
No, what? Okay, let's.
think a
You're
villain
saying
has
definitely be
never
in
come out
Slytherin.
of-
What if here's the switch around? Thanos arrives at Hogwarts and he's in Hufflepuff.
Well, then okay. Then Hufflepuff might
Sorting hat
actually be
doesn't
cool.
lie.
It doesn't lie. That's true. Like you'll understand why in time. No, okay. Well,
Hogwarts
then,
just humbles him. He's like, I thought I was.
no, he would go on a rampage. They'd be like, and Thanos. Well, you go to Hufflepuff.
I don't know. I think at Hogwarts he wouldn't stand a chance. It's magic.
But
Okay,
he's magical base though. He's the gems. Let's even take it up a notch. This Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay.
This is post Infinity War.
Neville Long.
Okay, yeah. Okay, they defeat him, and somebody takes the gauntlet, and they send him through a portal, and they send him into Hogwarts and throw the gauntlet after him. Like whatever, it won't be like useful in that universe.
And they took like the reality gem, so he can't come back.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
No.
So he has
That's
every
good.
gem but the one that lets him come back.
Well, that
Okay,
sucks.
so he's
'cause
stuck
then
there.
it's not really
He's
a
stuck at Hogwarts.
thing.
Because because he has magic, but he's never been to school yet. Would they start him with the first years?
That would be
No,
amazing.
Thanos, swish and flick. Thanos, swish and flick. And he's like, I can't hold it.
Leandro.
It's like the wand's like that big.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Oh man, yeah, like Ron and Hermione are giving him shit. They're just like, man, look at that first year, that giant purple first year. Hey Thanos, you look like a big great Thanos.
He's sitting at dinner or lunch or whatever, and they like make the food appear, and he just picks up the table and just it just slides into his mouth.
Okay, here's a question we have to ask: how would Thanos respond to Hermione's whole like anti-elf enslavement thing? You know, when she was like the elf thing when she was trying to free the elves in the kitchens.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you think Thanos would stand on that? Do you think he would support it, or just be like, man, who cares about those damn elves?
I think he wouldn't care.
I don't
think he would care.
What do you think he'd do about the Death Eaters?
He'd crush him, and then he would try to replace Voldemort. See, that'd be the ultimate goal. That's what would end up happening. He would try to replace Voldemort.
Who is this guy whose name none of you say? Stop not saying his name. What is his name?
And then he would rename the Death Eaters to the Black Order. Because as we secretly know from Infinity War, the Black Order are actually Hogwarts.
The greatest crossover in the face of the earth.
Oh, it'd be
Oh,
hilarious.
that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd watch the
so
hell out of it.
let's take this up a notch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanos arrives in year 1 with Harry Potter there. He's in Hufflepuff, has the Infinity Gauntlet. How would the movies play out with Thanos in the movies?
I
or
think,
the books, whichever you prefer,
okay.
but
I think
all 7.
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet would be taken away from him immediately.
You think they would take it as an
It would be
artifact?
confiscated.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
okay. Dumbledore wouldn't be able to take the Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos.
Yeah, he would.
Not a not a
Dumbledore.
chance.
Come on.
Oh, you're so full of hoo-ha juice. Not a chance he'd be
Dude,
able to.
okay.
I'm just saying, not a chance to be able to pull that off.
like a 4th-year student would be able to take out Thanos with one spell.
Okay.
He wouldn't see it coming. Avada Kedavra, done.
No.
He's done forever.
No, I don't agree with that.
Well, he
I
doesn't
don't
know.
agree
He
with
doesn't
that.
know anything about magic yet.
Well, no, but the gauntlet would protect him. I mean, okay, you really believe Thanos would go into a place... Hold on, you believe Thanos would go into a place he doesn't recognize with the Infinity Gauntlet and not use it to protect himself?
He has the Infinity Gauntlet, but it's been drained for a year. So it's useless. He'll get it back.
The gyms don't drain.
We put him in Hogwarts. There's no rules, Rob.
We're making up the rules.
Okay, so they're the finite stones. Is what they are.
They're the finite
Finite stones.
They're just rocks now.
Yeah, they're just
Pretty
rocks.
shiny
They ran out of
rocks.
energy.
We put him in Hogwarts. We're making him do Leviosa, Rob. We can do whatever we want at this point.
He's been like showing off to girls.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Oh,
check
yeah.
out what I can do. I can use the Infinity Gauntlet and no, dude, it's pretty.
What's wrong with your chin?
That's exactly that's what it would be like.
What
You don't
was
judge
that?
my
What was
chin.
that ghost in the bathroom that made fun of people?
Oh, Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning
Oh, yeah.
Myrtle.
He's just dealing with Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah. What is this
She won't
craziness?
leave him alone. He can't do anything. She's already dead.
Yeah. Somebody
So,
get this crazy chick out of here.
I think
Okay.
Hogwarts would break him.
Our Twitch chat has brought up a good idea.
I don't think they would.
How would the Infinity Gauntlet interact with the Philosopher's Stone?
Ooh.
Well, the Philosopher's Stone, that's more like alchemy, though. Like that.
What if it turned into another of the Infinity Gems?
It becomes the Reality Stone?
That's what it turned out to be. That's what the whole deal was.
It's secretly the Reality Stone.
Okay. The artifacts that they go for Voldemort, when he goes through, the gems fell out of the gauntlet, and all of the artifacts are one of the gems. So Thanos is going against Voldemort and Harry Potter for the artifacts.
Yeah, the Horcruxes are Infinity Stones.
They're actually the Infinity Stone.
So the ring is the mind. No, it's the Soul Stone because it has. Yes. Okay, it's the Soul Stone. It harbors a portion of Voldemort's soul, and it's the only portion of the soul that ever interacted with Harry Potter directly. So yeah, okay, so that's the Soul Stone. What were the other ones?
You're a wizard, Dion.
Dion.
My name is not Dion, it's Thanos. It sounds cooler.
I'm a what?
I'm a what?
I'm a what?
Okay, what would Thanos be like being raised by the Dursleys? I think it would just beat the hell out
Broken
of
and
him.
dispirited.
No, I think it would.
Could you just picture him just like
No.
rocking? Oh, they're so mean to me.
No, dude,
They're
they
so
would.
mean.
And then Harry's like, toughen up, dude.
Thanos,
Seriously,
you
girl
a
spy.
bitch, Thanos. You a big bitch. No, I can see him like, I can see them trying to stuff him in a closet once.
You won't fit.
Like once. And then he would be like, nope, not having it. And he'd just kill the Dursleys.
Kill the
I think he
Dursleys.
would.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
being raised by the Dursleys.
Right.
As
Okay.
a kid.
Okay, so he shows up in Hogwarts. Okay, so he's like little baby Thanos. Yeah, man, they would ruin that guy.
They would ruin
Oh,
him.
he'd be all kinds of screwed
He
up.
grew up,
Yeah,
pretty messed up.
yeah, he'd be really pretty rough.
Big purple
just-
swollen grape.
Yeah.
I just don't see Thanos managing his emotions well and like stress very well at all.
Like,
I could see him just like, work, damn it, work! He's just slamming the gauntlet down. Like,
yeah. He's
what
like-
happened to my gems?
He gets all pissed off, starts like smashing people's wands and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think he'd do amazing. I think he'd be like a better Voldemort and just crush everybody in his path.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has
Yeah.
more natural skill.
So he just crushes Voldemort early in the series, and then it becomes Harry versus Thanos.
Yeah.
Trying to get all the stones.
Harry Potter versus Thanos for the Infinity Stone / Horcruxes.
no, in this world he's Dion.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be Thanos.
No.
No, Dion's a cool name, but okay. Every time I
Dion
think
the
of
wizard.
Dion the
every
wizard.
time I think of Dion, I think of Thanos with like cornrows. And
Yeah, someone drew that
Yeah, so I
on
drew
the
that
fan
like gold
base. Yeah.
chains.
Yes.
Yeah, and like leopard skin, like a leopard skin Cadillac. Like that's what I think.
Can
about.
we get fan art for Dion the Wizard versus Harry Potter?
Hanging out with Mundungus Fletcher. Because he's kind of that.
Mundungus
like,
Fletcher.
What's
He's
the
kind of that
giant
Weasley character that like.
Oh, Hagrid.
Hagrid, that was
Hagrid.
it. Hagrid gets involved. He's bigger than Thanos.
No, I think him and Hagrid actually be friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be the only people that could borrow clothes from each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true.
He goes running into Hagrid's cabin. I have nothing to wear to the ball.
Yeah. Oh,
Hagrid, I got Hermione to go with me.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Like Ron gets so pissed. Harry's like, "Hey, Ron, what's going on, chap? What's wrong, buddy?" And Ron's like, "Thanos took my girl." You know, and Thanos was like, "Tough shit, bitch." And like
I never told her how I felt about her.
Yeah, it's like, well, you know what? Like Ron, I guess you should have now because now she's with Thanos. So sorry about your luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, well, you know what? I mean, that's. I don't know. I think it'd be amazing. This needs to be a fan fiction.
Yes.
Is what this needs to be.
We're creating it as we speak.
We are creating it as we speak. In the most disheveled way possible.
Yes.
We're jumping around to different eras in the Harry Potter universe.
Well, yeah.
Well, he's got the time gem. Maybe it's malfunctioning. It's just warping into all these different periods.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, because they have the time turners.
Yeah.
We have to find a way to make those work. Yeah. What if somebody mistaken the time stone for just like a screwed up looking time turner? And like the time stone's in the Ministry of Magic. So Thanos has to invade the Ministry of Magic to get the time stone.
I'm liking how this is going.
Yeah.
Yes. How does that go down?
It sounds like the world of Harry Potter is 100 times more difficult for him
Yeah.
than it is
Like, he just
in the
can't
Marvel
function.
universe. He just
Yeah.
can't function.
The Marvel
It's
universe
like-
is fine. He
Yeah.
shows up, breaks Captain America's shield, crushes Tony
Right.
Stark's armor,
pretty straightforward.
throws the Hulk to the moon.
Go in and
For
punch
the record,
people.
if that happens in Infinity War, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. Tony Stark gets thrown
Yeah.
to the moon and just suffocates in space and dies.
What I'm saying is, like, he crushes all of them, then he gets
Yeah.
to Hogwarts, he's like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I
sense.
mean, God, dude, this would make such a beastly story. Okay, because Thanos is like immune. Like he's so durable and like indestructible. Like that's one thing I never understood about Harry Potter. Why didn't Harry just be like, "Hey, Arthur Weasley, you love Muggle stuff, right?" It's like, "Yeah, I love Muggle stuff because I'm weird," you know. And it's like, "Well, this is called a 45," and he's like, "Here you go. Like, just hold on to this." So that if things pop off with Voldemort, then just squeeze this little button while it's pointed at Voldemort, and he will go away. You know,
He will go away.
And it's just the magic of Muggle life, you know. So he literally gives Arthur Weasley a .45 caliber handgun.
Yeah,
and
where did he
Arthur
get
Weasley
it
just
from?
well, he lives like kind of in the Muggle world.
The Dursleys just have guns.
Yeah, man. Vernon
Okay.
Dursley was like he was freaked out after the first meeting.
I could see
yeah.
Vernon having like an arsenal.
Actually,
really
I think he did have a gun in one of the
Did he?
books. Yeah, I think
Okay.
like in the
I think
fourth
you're
book or
probably-
something like
You're
that.
probably right. Yeah.
No, they had a shotgun in the first story. Yeah,
he did. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's a
yeah.
gun toter.
Yeah, he's definitely a gun owner.
Yeah.
He's a gun nut.
Let's bring this up a notch. What other things could Thanos be thrown to as his punishment at the end of 3?
What do you mean?
What-
Like the end of the third Harry Potter book?
No. If it wasn't Harry Potter, if he wasn't going to Hogwarts, what else would be like he's just a part of this other universe?
So I have to argue one.
I mean, I was gonna say
I have
the
to
DC
argue
universe,
one
but that
thing.
just superheroes didn't start punching him again.
If you're
That's-
thrown
yeah.
to another universe, does your not your physiology, but like do the rules of that universe also apply? To you?
yes, that has to be the rule.
The
That
rules of
has
the
to be the
universe
rule.
apply to you, but you bring everything you had from the universe you came from.
Okay.
So all the powers and durability and all the stuff with Thanos is still there, but the rules of the universe still apply.
Our Twitch chat has a good one. What happens when Thanos is thrown to the Lord of the Rings?
Oh, dude, he goes for the one ring right off the bat like that. As soon as
And
he
then
finds
it
out,
takes
He
him
lands,
over.
and it takes him
Well,
over.
you know,
Oh,
we can
dude.
discount the Infinity Stones because when they cross the universes, they don't work. Remember?
They don't,
Right.
okay.
Because
okay.
the rules apply to you. in
They
this
don't work.
universe.
They've done that before. They don't work in the different universes.
I did not know that.
There's an
That
Infinity
works.
Stone per
Okay.
universe.
Great,
Like they
okay.
have their own sets.
Okay,
So he goes
okay.
to Lord of the Rings. He's now there. Infinity Gauntlet's useless.
Infinity Gauntlet. Infinity
He's still a
Gauntlet's
big
useless.
tough guy.
He is,
mean,
he is,
yeah.
but like, okay, so he immediately starts picking up on the fact that like things are wrong, like the days are growing shorter time-wise, and so he starts picking up on the things that are off, the things that are weird.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, so he starts hunting around, starts putting the clues together, and realizes that like two short people are on a quest to drop off a ring in a
They're, like,
volcano.
that big to him.
Yeah, yeah, they're so tiny.
Puts them on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And
He's the new
you're going
Treebeard.
you're gonna throw away a ring? What?
Yeah, no, it's like I mean, you guys could just fly, like Dumbledore told you to fly. You fools.
He puts them
some-
on his shoulders
there's-
and he jumps.
Yeah.
Who?
Did you say Dumbledore?
He did say Dumbledore. Now we have Hogwarts in
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. This is the most
Dumbledore and
off the rails
Gandalf
episode.
would be like besties.
They-
What,
Oh, they
what
would.
am I
They
going
would
to
be
clickbait
besties, yeah.
this?
They would be
Thanos at Hogwarts?
No,
Question mark?
Thanos versus Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
and Lord of the Rings.
There you go.
Like, I'm so sick of these bearded wizards.
So Thanos would figure out what's going on pretty fast, like whether by word of mouth clues or whatever, and realize like there's like the one ring.
Because the only thing on his mind is power.
The only thing on his mind is power. And so whoever has the one ring has absolute power. Dude, man, he would kill those hobbits lickety
Oh.
split. Take that ring and that would be the
Okay,
end
well,
of
let's
it.
assume that they're already ahead of him.
Well,
Like,
I
he
mean,
can't find
yes.
them. Maybe he ends up with...
Well, he would just go to where they're heading to.
what if he ends up with Aragorn? Like he was on that side of the house. Like that's where and they're on the battle doing the big fight. He lands in the middle of the fight. Okay.
Oh, he just started crushing like I think he would attack everybody until like alliances were formed, until they realized like who's the best side to be on.
Questions
yeah.
later.
Yeah. Like I mean, if Aragorn and all those guys are fighting against Saruman's guys, whatever it is, because the orcs, the forces of Mordor are 10,000 strong, and so like if he's fighting against like all those guys, like he would show up and just attack everybody, and then once he starts to realize what side is the best side to be on, then like he would probably take allies.
But he takes a liking to Gollum.
Yeah, he's like his little best friend.
Yeah, he's like,
I see the eagles coming down to pick him up, and him just being like, "Crush!" and then he just jumps.
Thanos, you're making things more difficult for yourself.
These eagles remind me of Captain America. I do not like these eagles.
I do not like these eagles. Captain America.
So the argument is when the One Ring really only answers to Sauron. So let's say he gets the One Ring, puts it on, thinks he's all powerful. Sauron still wins.
No, because he would punch the eye really hard. Yeah. He would just jump up and he would just poke the eye.
Wait. Okay, I know we've made these rules up, and the ring will form to fit whoever. But would the ring even fit on Thanos' hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it'd be like this big.
Yeah, it'd be a hula hoop, man. Yeah.
Doesn't it resize for who it needs to fit on?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah. Gollum would just be like, "My precious." Start hula hooping around with the ring. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen, man.
Hula hoop.
No, that would be a
It
hula
would
hoop.
shrink, and that would not go so well for Gollum.
That'd be pretty messed up. It's like, I've got a tiny little waist now. I'm like, those tiny ass girls don't eat nothing.
Don't eat nothing. Okay, so he resizes it, gets it, and then he's gonna punch the eye? Do you really think he'll just punch it?
No, I think he'd just like poke it. Yeah. Or like shoot a laser through it, yeah. Through like the fiery eye. The eye would be like, "Oh, I see you." It's like, "I see you too." And then like,
I see you too.
It gets more red. It's like,
And then he looks at it. Do you have dry eyes?
Yeah, that's exactly. It would be amazing. It'd be hilarious. No, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think if Thanos got thrown into the Lord of the Rings universe, in all seriousness, he would bide his time. I think like he would investigate. He'd figure things out. I think once he realized the ring, whoever wields it supposedly has absolute power. I think he'd also figure out too that it's only an illusion. They don't actually have absolute power.
They don't. Actually, I think he would try to take out the other rings of power.
So there's like no competition?
Yeah, well, he would claim them for himself. He'd go to Galadriel.
Oh, yeah.
He would go to...
he just conquers everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he'd do the same thing.
Yeah, he would go to, what's his name in Rivendell?
He'd have an
For the record, I've been watching Twitch chat. This is our discussion of the day, because they got so many more great Thanos things.
Do they really?
No, you'll get to them.
Oh, okay.
Because the next one I have to know is what would you do if Thanos was in Marvel Puzzle Quest, our sponsor of today?
Oh, dude, he would dominate that game.
Well, he does dominate that game.
Yeah.
But now we're going to cut to the ad. Marvel superhero fans, assemble. All right. Everyone's together. Now that I have your attention, we wanted to share a game that combines our love for Match 3 with your favorite Marvel superheroes. Marvel Puzzle Quest is Marvel's only Match 3 puzzle RPG mobile game experience, and you can download it today for free. In Marvel Puzzle Quest, you can create a custom team from the Marvel Universe that features such characters like Iron Man, Black Panther, Deadpool, Rogue, Gambit, Black Widow, Jessica Jones, and more! There are more than 150 superheroes and villains packed into this game. Once you have your team set, join your friends and other Marvel enthusiasts and join an alliance to compete against others on the leaderboards in weekly tournaments that reward both you and your alliance. We all enjoy a great comic story, right? Well, Marvel Puzzle Quest has that as well. Battle your way through some fun and well-written story events in the Marvel Universe and participate in various Marvel-inspired events, such as the latest Infinity War events in Marvel Puzzle Quest. And watch out for Thanos. Speaking of Infinity War and Thanos, the additions of the MCU versions of Captain America and Black Widow arrived in the game, along with a brand new feature called Supports, which helps your team with increased stats, powers, and abilities. And with that Thanos thing I was mentioning, we have a special offer for new players. Download Marvel Puzzle Quest right now using the link in our description, and you yourself will get a free Thanos added to your roster. Marvel Puzzle Quest, the only Match 3 puzzle RPG experience available on your mobile device, featuring Marvel. And now we're back! And that's what Thanos in Puzzle Quest would look like. Okay, so we've got Thanos in Lord of the Rings, and he just came out of Hogwarts. What if him and Harry showed up and they're fighting for the ring? So Harry arrives with the hobbits.
Yeah, I don't think Harry would have the willpower to fight the ring.
No, I don't think. I think Harry would get dominated by the ring.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't even handle being like.
Connected to Voldemort, and now I have this ring of
Now I
power.
have this ring.
I'm so confused.
And then Voldemort's like coveting the ring of power like through the scar. It's like my scar is burning.
He's like,
Oh, my scar is burning.
So, okay, so we've established that Thanos would dominate in Lord of the Rings, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
up to a point. That's my argument. Up to a point.
I think I agree with that. I think that
They would find a way to topple him?
no, I think he would. I think
he would be toppled by Sauron, and then Sauron would win.
You think so?
Yeah, the Ring of Power will take over the host.
Huh. I don't know, man. You know more about that Lord of the. All I know is what I saw in the movies.
Yeah.
I don't read into all that stuff. Like,
Question is,
God,
can he
man.
fight against
sorry.
it, though? No, he can't, because he falls. He becomes,
sorry.
Yeah.
Because he becomes Mistress Death's bitch, like, all the time. He wouldn't fight against that ring.
No, he wouldn't.
He would give into the power
Oh,
easy.
no.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, he
There
would
was
become a really big ring wraith.
there's this.
What happened to that one?
riding. Wait for it. Riding an olifant.
And the giant elephants. Yeah,
Giant
yeah.
Oh,
elephants,
okay,
the
okay.
olifants. The olifants.
I'm like an olifant.
That was
Yeah,
another thing.
that's what they're
Like
called. Olifants.
Like you don't know how to pronounce elephant, right?
No, they're
I know they're called olifants.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was watching the movie and they were like, it's an olifant, and I'm just like, olifant. Looks
Yeah,
like
in
an
the book,
elephant to me.
That's how it's spelled in the book.
It
Yeah.
still only counts as one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude, Thanos. Like they wouldn't even need that giant ghost army. Thanos would have just like decimated that whole.
All right, so
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. who
next
would I say?
location Thanos drops into.
Okay.
The Mist. The Mist from Stephen King.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that.
It's a mist with monsters in it from another
Oh
dimension.
no, dude, it's the coolest
What,
thing.
okay, what would Thanos do if he entered the Dark Tower? That was actually a suggestion from our Twitch chat.
Oh,
If he was a part of that whole thing, not just the mist.
he would break the cycle.
You think so?
I think he would. He would break. He'd defeat.
I think he'd go to the Dark Tower itself and just break the
Yeah,
tower.
I think he would. He would not go through the door chasing after the man in black.
the door
Yeah.
is locked.
Yeah. No, yeah, it wouldn't. He would. The cycle wouldn't repeat itself. Either that, or he would just end up in one of the universes that like that the gunslinger jumps through.
Yeah.
He would end up and then just like stay there.
What was it? The Stand where it's all empty?
The Stand, and then there's
Yes.
the universe of It, Mr. Gray.
What would Thanos do if he ended up in It and just Mr. Gray?
He ended up in the It universe, didn't like the gunslinger. I thought
The
he passed
gunslinger
through the
did,
It-
yes.
I don't
Yeah.
know anything about it.
He met the aliens that It is like based around, kind of a thing.
Okay.
I don't think he was It itself, but he
Okay.
met the monsters that it was a part of. It's been a while since I read that
I
series.
don't know.
Yeah,
You need to read that.
because I know he picked up a couple sidekicks in the different universes
Yes,
he was in.
but
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, what would he? Okay, let's just say he meets Pennywise. Thanos lands in It.
Oh, he would get sick of his shit. Pennywise would be like, "Hey, Thanos, they all float down here." He's like, "Don't give a damn," and then just like smash him. Yeah, he wouldn't put up with his shit. Like that'd be the end of It, and all the kids would just be like, "What happened? Where's It?"
Thanks, Thanos! Oh, bah.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, we all came here to defeat It, and like it's gone. Like what in the world happened?" It's like, "I happened, children. Have a good day." And then-
He leaves. He becomes this like superhero of the
Yes.
multiverse,
Yeah.
just trying to get home.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Okay.
That would be
So-
There's
amazing
only
story.
one universe that actually knows he's a villain.
Oh,
Because all the others, he's just
Yeah.
he's inevitably doing good. He doesn't realize
Dude,
it.
it would be the Thanos version of Sliders.
Yeah,
Just like going through different
We're
universes.
making the greatest series ever. Marvel, let us write Thanos as a
Yes.
slider.
As a slider, yes.
gotta have the remote.
As a slider series.
He needs the remote.
He does. Yes, he does. Oh,
Okay,
that would
so
be
anyway,
amazing.
here's another one. Tornado comes by through the town of It, picking him up. Do you know where I'm going with
Yes,
this?
I do.
Where am I going with this?
Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Oh,
He gets
Yep.
dropped in Wizard.
Wizard
He
of
is
Oz.
in the house that gets dropped on
Wizard
the
of
witch.
Oz.
Or he's the only one that drops on them.
He just lands.
It's not a house. It's just Thanos.
He just splat. She's like, what is this? This is uncomfortable.
Okay, so he's in
like
Wizard of Oz, lands on the witch to start the story of Wizard of Oz. It's not Dorothy, it's Thanos now.
Well, I would give you the ruby slippers, but
You don't fit on your feet.
don't take offense to this.
You got some big ass feet,
I don't
Thanos.
think they're gonna fit. He's like, there's no place like home. There's no place like
Using
home.
his fingers.
He's trying to collect them together.
There's no place like
There's no place like
Well,
home.
okay, so he gets to go to the Wizard of Oz and he gets his one wish. Because I guarantee you, if they told him you get to have one wish of the Wizard of Oz, that would be Thanos' goal.
Okay, well here's
I
a
will
question
conquer
though.
this world with my wish to the wizard.
How would he deal with the cowardly
do I
lion and
go?
the Tin Man?
Now that I know.
I think he would like turn them into bad guys. Like he would just like twist them out. The cowardly lion.
They
and the
become
Tin
his
Man.
new Black Legion.
Yeah.
So the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow would all become evil villains with him.
Yeah.
See,
Scarecrow would be first.
like I could
No
see the
brain
Cowardly
there.
Lion.
Be like, okay.
Yeah. I'll just do whatever. 'cause I'm a
Imagine this, like the
scarecrow,
Cowardly
right?
Lion shows up and he's like, I just want a heart. I'm so scared. And, and Thanos is like, Fear is just in your mind. Crush your opponents.
Yeah. And
You're a goddamn lion.
Yeah, he's like, you know what?
"You're a
I am
lion."
a lion, and just like pounces on Dorothy and eats her.
The
You
Tin
know,
Man, he's like, I will rework your mechanics to have guns.
Dude, that would be the beastliest shit. They show up on like the castle of the witch, and she's like, ha ha, you know, you guys are stupid sidekicks, and Tin Man's like, no, I'm not. It's like,
He's like cyborg.
yeah, this is like, wow, you know, shooting lasers and shit out of his arms, and
You got Cowardly Lion just leaping all over.
And the
Yes.
Scarecrow just like turns into like you can manipulate the green or whatever in the area, whatever they call it, Wizard of Oz.
the what?
But he manipulates nature. He's made out of nature. He's a scarecrow.
He's a scarecrow, man.
Yeah.
or his hay.
No, the
just
same
turns
thing. The
into
same thing's
things.
still
Yeah,
gonna
his
happen.
he morphs.
I don't know, man. I think they'd still just light his ass on fire.
So what do you think Thanos' wish
would?
would be though? Would it be to go home or conquer this new world?
I think it would be. I think he would believe that he could win until he discovered the man behind the curtain,
Yeah.
the wizard.
Yeah.
Then he'd be pissed off and kill him, and then he would leave.
And then he'd be stuck there.
Oh, yeah, he
Unless
would be stuck
did
there.
The little like.
Yeah, I guess he would want to
Yeah.
kill him, and then his one wish. No, okay, he doesn't discover the slippers until the very end, like Dorothy. Like there's no place like home. Yeah, okay, so he kills the wizard, and then he was just like stupid things, you know, and then like they make a sound when they clink, and he's like, "These must be magic," and then starts clinking them together. And
For the record, I know Dan's jealous that he's sick today.
Yeah.
Because he's in the chat throwing in ideas.
Oh, really?
Because
Oh,
you know he wants to be here.
Yes.
He's like, finally, an off the rails
Yeah.
whatever topic that I can have
Okay.
fun with. Okay. There was another one I saw on there. It was Thanos gets deposited in the Star Wars universe.
That was going to be my next thought.
Yes.
It was actually Star Wars. I think he would actually find it very difficult to conquer the Star Wars.
I think he would just
Yeah.
by use of the Force.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it would just be.
Would he be able?
Would he be frustrated and just start beating down Sith and Jedi alike? Or would he continually try to tap into
I think he would do this. I think he would do the same thing as always. I think he would bide his time, figuring out which side is the best side to join,
Yes.
while learning how to tap into the Force, like trying to figure it out. I think like Thanos versus like Darth Vader would be amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be so beast.
I think.
See, a part of me wants to say Darth Vader would win.
Okay, well,
but
he-
Thanos
no.
is like
I
so
think so.
indestructible.
No, I think Thanos. I think Darth Vader would win because
Yes,
if we're
I
going
do.
by the rule of he now
Yeah.
has to abide to the universe
Yes.
he's in, he doesn't have Infinity Stones.
Thanos doesn't.
Yeah,
have
but he has all the
midichlorians.
durability and all the energy that he has.
But you have
and
Darth
everything.
Vader,
Yes.
who has shown to be able to like crush entire space stations and like he killed
Yeah.
10,000 men in one fell
Yeah.
He
swoop.
could keep Thanos from moving.
That's what I
period.
mean. Like lock him in place and start cutting off pieces of him.
Yeah, Darth Vader had the power to be surrounded by fear and dead men. That was the most badass thing ever.
Right.
Did he tell you about that?
No.
There's a dude. Tell him
There's
about
a
that.
panel
Dude, it's amazing.
where the Rebel Alliance corners Darth Vader on a moon. He went to the moon trying to track down Luke. The Rebel Alliance corners him there. And what was the line they said to him to get him to trigger that?
They said there's nowhere for you to go. You're surrounded or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
like you're surrounded, and he's like, you know the line best.
Yeah, he's like all I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men.
and he just
Yeah,
decimates 10,000 members of the
decimates
Rebel
them
Alliance
all.
on this
Just kills
planet.
them all. It was the most beastly thing, dude. The Darth Vader comic is insanely good.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So, I think Thanos would be disappointed that he doesn't have midichlorians, so he can't use the Force. He gets a little blood test.
That
sorry-
would be the
sorry to
first thing he
tell you,
does.
Thanos.
So you guys have a thing called the Force.
Yes.
I'm going to seek out this Force. So we can do a test for you right now.
Yeah, it's actually free. Go to the little
Yeah.
clinic.
How
over
much
there.
is the test?
It's free. It's complimentary.
Okay, well then I
At
will.
the Jedi
I will
Clinic,
do
at
the
the
test.
free
Jedi
Jedi
Clinic,
Clinic.
yes.
Where is this Jedi clinic that
Sorry
I
to tell you,
made?
Thanos, but you have no midichlorians. You can't use the.
What do you mean I don't have midichlorians?
Well, Thanos is not bound by midichlorians. Thanos will find a way to tap
Actually,
into
you are. You're not going to be able to use the Force.
the Okay, so
I will
Thanos can't
steal
use
these
the Force.
midichlorians.
Thanos in Vegas. Let's go with that. That was in the chat.
You know,
Thanos in
one
Vegas.
of the greatest comic book experiences with Vegas was when Larfleeze discovered Vegas.
Yes.
The Lantern of Greed. He's like, I've discovered all you can eat buffet. It's the greatest thing. Oh man, it was amazing. Oh god, I love Larfleeze.
Well, I think Thanos would just be like, I think he would find everything trivial and just leave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
could
what
see
I'm saying.
that.
He wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one that's more current because we're all playing it right now. At
Try
least
one
we are.
slot machine and then.
Okay, and it was in the chat, and I don't know who gave it to us in the chat, but Thanos lands in God of War.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Because Kratos is just insane.
Okay. Well, Kratos starts. I mean, he's pissed off because he doesn't want to be like bound to the gods anymore.
Right.
But like that's it. That's like his only real motive, and that fact
But
that
the
his family
strength
got
that he
screwed
has
over.
is insane.
The strength that he does have is insane. But I think, man, I don't know. Thanos versus Kratos.
Because Kratos is pretty...
Kratos is strong as hell.
Yeah.
But I think Thanos is stronger though.
You think Thanos could beat it?
I
Kratos?
think Thanos is probably stronger than Kratos. I mean, I don't know.
In all honesty, with the way Kratos is in the latest game, where he just wants to be away from everything, I don't think they'd even cross paths. I think Thanos would basically become the new Kratos, decimating gods
Yeah,
to
I can
gain
see
the
him.
power.
I can see
and
him
Kratos
doing
would be
that.
like, whatever.
Yeah, killing all the Greek gods and then facing off against all the Norse gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
That's what I could see happening. If he landed in God of War, Kratos would never be involved in the latest game. You know?
I mean, honestly, if we're being honest with ourselves, I would definitely play a God of War game that had Thanos instead of Kratos.
Yeah, I think most people would.
Yeah,
I mean, could you imagine
Yeah.
that?
yeah. Just this great big huge bulky guy,
Yeah.
just smashing across stuff, and shooting laser beams out of his eyes. That'd be
Now we're on a
awesome.
whole new topic. Kratos, Thanos, and a bunch of different video games.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude.
That's a huge
Thanos
topic.
lands in Arkham Knight. Your petty little Batmobile tank, smash!
No, he'd go straight for the Arkham Knight.
That would be that.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, that game. That game
That
would
would
be
be
5
that,
minutes
that's
long.
it. He would land. He would see Batman fighting all these thugs.
Yeah,
What is this?
he'd be like petty fool.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
There's the enemy.
Yeah, he'd go straight for the Arkham Knight, then he'd crush him,
Yep.
and then he'd take his helmet off and be like, just like I thought, it's Red Hood. And then just throw it on the ground. And that would be it.
Oh man, I knew it.
I knew it, man.
Rocksteady lied to me.
It's Red Hood. Yeah, like that would be
That's
it.
too much.
Okay. Thanos now lands in Injustice.
I think he would ally himself with Superman in order to topple Superman and conquer the Earth.
So you'd
I
help
don't
him-
think he would. I think very much what he just did in Volume 1, where he went to saw that Corvus had this entire kingdom and he could have easily just taken over. He would just crush Superman. Let's go ahead and say the Injustice universe, Thanos is himself, and we'll just say Superman. We'll say it's the end of Injustice. Superman's in prison, so he's got no powers. So we're not going to do the Superman versus Thanos argument. Okay, he goes to the prison. Superman's got no powers. That's the biggest obstacle in his way. I think he would just crush his head, and then his only obstacle would be the rebellion, Batman's team, and
Oh,
they wouldn't stand a chance against Thanos.
no, not a chance. Oh, here comes Poison Ivy with power over vines and, make him
And
smell
he'd-
funny
he'd
scents.
say it
and
just
stuff.
like that.
Yeah, it's like well, we have Poison Ivy. Ooh, oh. Just watch me run away from Poison Ivy.
'Cause we got to discuss this a little more because you've given me the clickbait. Thanos in Injustice and Hogwarts.
No, I think he would. I think he would show up, and I think he would make it he would analyze right off the bat. Yeah, he'd be like, okay, Batman's team, it's inevitable they're going to lose. Like he doesn't have anybody worthwhile on his side.
Yeah.
And then so he would look at Superman and say, okay, Superman's going to win, but like literally his regime walks a knife's edge. So like all he has to do is be pushed in the wrong direction and it'll all come crashing down. So I think he would ally himself with Superman if for no other reason than to like subvert his power, and then eventually topple Superman, and then conquer the world.
One thing that we keep forgetting in all of our little Thanos being dropped in this universe.
Yes.
Thanos is not just brute force. Thanos is
That's what I'm saying.
He's a thinker. He's
Yeah,
he's
really
He's
smart.
a strategist. He's able to come up with plans. I could see him landing in Injustice, seeing Batman versus Superman, realizing Superman's this crazy powerful guy, but looking at the history and seeing Batman normally thinks out the plans and going, when Superman falls, that's when I'll take my spot. I could see him waiting for the turmoil to be done with everyone dead, Superman's out of the way, or at least his regime is down to nothing.
Yeah, but people
then
would figure out he
stepping in.
was there eventually. That's what I'm saying. Like, he wouldn't be able to hide forever.
It's hard to hide.
Yeah,
Thanos.
it's hard to hide. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's purple. Yeah. I mean, imagine hiding Grimace. Could you hide Grimace from McDonald's? I mean, a guy's
So
a
your argument is that
giant
he couldn't hide, so he'd have to be involved earlier?
He's a giant purple guy who looks like a shriveled up
He
grape.
could wear a trench coat. He has a helicopter.
Fly around in the helicopter. Up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's the Thanos copter.
He has a Thanos copter.
He
Back
does
in
have a
the
Thanos
70s.
copter.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, it's this little-
Spidey super stories. Yeah. Yeah, he was hunting for a
It's like
cosmic
the
cube.
toys that give Spider-Man
Are-
a motorcycle. You're like,
No, he has that.
No, they get to flash the motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
I used to have a toy that gave Spider-Man a motorcycle.
Oh, they
Spider-
did, but don't worry. In the latest comic books, he became super rich and built all that, so it all makes sense now.
Well, except for
okay.
the Storm of Johnny. No, that's right. the car that Johnny Storm gave him.
I'm gonna get on a bike and move slower.
Okay, here's another one. We got another one from the chat. Thanos gets dropped in the CW universe. There's no Superman. Your strongest foe is Supergirl.
Okay.
Oh
well,
yeah, there is now. Yeah,
Superman,
they brought him in now.
Yeah, there is Superman. Well, as we know, Thanos would definitely leave Candace Patton alone because she's super hot. So Thanos would be like, okay, we're hands off on Candace Patton. I'm just saying, man. That's my girl, man. Candace Patton. That's my celebrity crush. So
Iris, that's Iris, right?
Yeah, it's Iris West.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, she's pretty hot, man.
She's cute. She's
not Gary's
she's
type.
an attractive lady.
Now, Gary.
Yeah.
Now I know you know better. I know you're saying that because Marcy's probably
You're
watching.
giving me the librarian look now.
The librarian
like
look.
I've actually done
Let me
something
tell you
wrong.
something, man.
No, I didn't. Like, anyway.
Anyway. No, I think he would crush the CW universe. Flash is like painfully nerfed in the CW universe.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
really. I mean, granted, they have to do it for the sake of just telling compelling stories.
Right.
I mean, he had a superhero who could run at the speed of light, or like right up to the speed of light.
Well, that's
before going to the
because
speed
that's
force.
literally. I mean, everyone knows that I'm a huge Flash fan.
Yeah.
The problem I have with the Flash, and the reason it works in comics, is because we get one comic a month, and now it's every other month. But either way,
every other week.
But
Like, every other month, man. When did they start doing that?
Over the
quarterly
course of a
comic.
year, Flash has to run faster to solve the problem. It works. Over the
Yes.
course of 2 years, you have to run faster. It works because he'll hit that new speed every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why in the comics it can work. But for every week in the TV show,
Yeah.
on a weekly basis,
Yes.
run faster, Barry!
Run faster. You can do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can do it.
If he just
run
runs
faster.
a little faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Having said that, this season's actually pretty good.
They pretty much stopped.
enjoying this
like,
season so
I've
far.
noticed in the series they just stopped testing his speed. They
Yes.
stopped telling the audience how fast he's actually running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first it was like this. They actually let the audience keep track of it, and now they just don't even touch it.
Yeah, like they forgot Iris West worked at the journalist place, at the newspaper place.
Yeah.
She just stopped showing up to work one day. I'm
Stopped
like,
showing up.
she's taking like the longest vacation.
That's been my argument.
longest paid
Yeah.
vacation ever.
Because my argument was when she took over as the leader of the Flash team.
Yeah.
I'm like, she doesn't even work at the reporting place anymore. She doesn't do anything.
No, I think she's kind of cool as a leader. Of the
I
Flash
know
team.
you're a fan of Candace Patton, but give me one thing, one qualifying thing that
True.
that qualifies her over the super smart scientist, the head of the detective agency, the fastest man alive, the second fastest man alive, the smartest man from another dimension, to run that team. A guy who can break dimensions.
Yes.
Give me one reason that Candace Patton's character, other than she's hot,
Should lead.
should
on.
lead that team.
Yes.
Well, I mean, she's got a journalistic history. She can approach things from situations that most people don't. Or
How
see
does
them in
that
different ways.
How does that qualify her better than everyone else I mentioned, though?
Well, I mean, what makes her unqualified compared to all those people?
Everything else.
Everything.
Hey, man, I'm crushing on Candace Patton. All right, I don't. As long as Candace Patton's in the show, I don't care what she does.
Even with that, though, I would think that the detective, Joe, would have a better way of looking at things.
Oh,
than
Dude,
the
I
journalistic.
like. Okay, so
Absolutely.
the actor that plays Detective Joe, like that guy became like one of my favorite actors back in Law and Order. Like back when I used to watch him
didn't
on.
know he was on
Yeah,
Law
he was
and
on Law and
Order.
Order. Yeah, he was Detective Green, and I was like, okay, so if that guy's in it, I'll watch it now.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what
I
it
think
is.
he's a great
So-
character.
Oh yeah, he's a
He's
great
a
actor.
solid character.
Yeah, he's an awesome actor.
I love our Twitch chat today because they're loving the fact that this episode is so off the rails. They're like, how did we get off topic from an episode that is already insanely
Yeah.
off topic?
Yes,
Yeah.
we make it work. We make it work.
We make it work. But no, that's my problem with the Flash TV show. Like that, the whole Iris is the leader. Because literally,
doesn't
this is
make
what it
any
looks like to me.
sense.
I noticed it when I started to see promotional art. CW has strong women. And they're like, great, we have Felicity on Arrow. She's a great character. I know people don't like the ship of Arrow and her. Yeah, I get that, whatever.
I mean,
but
hold
her
on,
as,
the ship.
people don't like the, what's it called? Oliver, Felicitor. They're
I don't
together,
know.
they're not together.
You mean relationship?
Right, you know what a ship is, right? It's when you want people to be together, because he's supposed to be the Black Canary, so there's a huge fan base outcry against Felicity. I know you don't follow Arrow.
I mean, I follow it enough. I know about I know the whole relationship thing. But I've never heard of like shipping people.
Oh yeah, that'd be like me going, Rob and Gary, let's ship that.
No.
No, you're a cool guy, Gary, but no,
No.
I'm for the ladies.
It's literally
man.
a term. You take two of your favorite characters and you ship them. It's a
you
fan
ship them.
fiction thing.
I I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Okay, well, I guess
Well, it's the thing.
You would
we
think
have
you would-
now.
Yeah.
So
You would think that
But
as
anyway,
a YouTuber, I'd be caught up on like modern
Yeah.
phrases.
But what they
and
showed
slang,
was
but-
they showed Supergirl, Felicity, who's a super intelligent girl, has built the entire base. She's proven what she can do, and then like Iris, and I'm like, wait, what?
well, they didn't want to hire someone else.
What blows my mind. Okay, I get that.
mean,
I get they wanted to have a strong
theory.
woman, and they wanted to have her on the Flash, and that's fine. Caitlin,
Yeah, she would have.
she
been
is super smart, a scientist, and that whole Killer Frost thing could have easily been flipped over to she's just Killer Frost.
That Killer Frost thing is kind of hot too.
But that's what I'm saying, like.
I'm just saying, man. Nothing gets me going like a sociopathic murdering woman.
Why not her? Or if you really want to use Candace Patton, just give her a reason.
Give her a reason.
There could have been a number of reasons why she's qualified
How
for
about
that.
this? In the storyline, build her up to the leader.
Yes.
Well,
Like-
they've been doing that.
No, they
haven't.
didn't.
No, they
It was when
haven't.
Barry went into the Speed Force. When he came back, she's the leader.
Yeah. All
We
she's
don't
done-
even know what
okay,
happened to
all
make
she
it work.
did for 3 seasons was tell Barry that he wasn't good enough. Basically, I mean,
Yes.
not directly because that would be mean.
I'm just saying, man.
indirectly,
I'm just saying. I'm a
constant
Candace Patton
complaints.
fan.
All
So
That's all
ever
she did.
did
And then
was
he vanished
complain.
for 6 months, comes back, she's the leader. What I'm saying is they didn't even give her a reason to take that job
No.
over all of the other people on the team.
well, all I'm saying is I don't give a damn. Like I'm Candace Patton. Like I'm rooting for you, Candace Patton. Rooting for you, girl. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying they could have easily given her a reason. They could have said that secretly she'd been a top level scientist or.
That wouldn't have worked.
I mean, no,
what I'm
like-
saying is,
I think they made it. I mean, the fact that she was a journalist, I mean, it made it work. Like they made her in kind of like the Lois Lane of the Flash TV show. Like she doesn't take any shit off people.
Lois Lane
Like,
cooler.
well, I'm
All
not.
right, Rob,
I'm not saying
I got
Lois
it.
Lane
I got it
wasn't,
for you.
but-
Then to get us back on track, though. Thanos gets dropped, and the first person he meets, the leader of the Flash team. What is Candace Patton going to do against Thanos? Give me this story.
Oh no! Let me go get down.
Basically,
No, that's not what.
she'll bring out her cell phone and be like, Barry, I need you.
Barry, there's a big blue grape in front of me.
Okay.
Blue grape with a weird chin.
A giant blue grape. It's a new metahuman. He was on the bus.
Okay, so how is the Flash universe going to handle Thanos, especially if he meets Iris first?
No, I mean if we're being honest with the Flash universe. As much Iris West, or not Iris West, Candace Patton. As much as I love you, girl, you're not long for the CW universe with Thanos in there. Nobody in that universe is. No, they're all gonna die. Like
What's her
they're all
name?
gonna die.
Gypsy
Gypsy.
from Earth like 10.
Oh, she
Oh,
can jump through
yeah.
the worlds? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I think she would actually stand a pretty good chance.
Well, she just teleport around.
I think
Yeah,
Gypsy
she
would
would.
use Superman and Supergirl, because if I remember correctly,
Yes.
it's been a while since I've seen Supergirl, but
Okay.
both of them are nerfed in that universe.
Oh,
yeah,
Supergirl,
oh, Supergirl is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
really.
Well, so is
nerfed.
Superman, I believe. I think he's
Yes.
pretty
Yeah.
nerfed too compared to what he
Yes.
could have been.
Okay, no, Gypsy would just teleport him somewhere else. Like Cisco would just call
then
Gypsy
leave
and just be
him-
like,
and then
he'd be like,
she'd
hey
just leave him
girl.
there.
She's like, hey, what's going on, Cisco? What are you getting into? He's like, oh, not much, just sitting around.
Oh, by the way,
with
this
my-
big purple
with
guy
my long hair, and like talking about smart people stuff with Harrison Wells and trying to keep Danny Trejo from kicking my ass. She's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you call me.
It
you
would
wanna
take him a
talk,
while to get to the point.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, man, it's crazy shit, man. There's this giant prune that's like attacking people in the city. Can you help us out? She's like, yeah, sure, I'll be right there. And then like she just teleports in, and then Thanos is like, oh, get ready to strike Flash. He just opens a portal and he ends up in like some hellish dimension, some hellish Earth, and then like ends up
So,
on
so
Earth
basically,
X.
their only answer would be to warp him away.
Oh, I mean, really,
that's a good
really,
answer.
So
That's a
hold
good
on.
answer.
I'm going to wrap up this whole discussion.
Okay.
Okay, because we do have to wind this down.
We do have to wind this down.
Okay. At the end of Infinity War, we're calling the ending as he gets thrown into a dimensional rift, which puts him in the CW universe. He decimates everyone, and then Gypsy warps him back to the Avengers universe for Avengers 4.
Yeah, no, the funny thing, yeah, there you go.
It's a
there you go.
crossover.
And the funny thing is that Thanos leaves and comes back within the span of a second.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how they did the crossover in The Flash.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
he's got the speed thing on
Yeah,
him. And then,
that was awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to end that.
And they never mentioned it again.
He goes on this giant multiverse. It's like Spider-Verse. He goes on this giant multiversal adventure.
He goes to Hogwarts, Lord of the Rings. He pops. What was the name? Because we had Hogwarts, we had Lord of the Rings.
We had the
Star
Mist for a little while.
Wars.
He went to Star.
we
He
had
went
Dark
to
Tower.
he went to the Dark Tower
Yes.
conjunction. That was a
Yeah.
whole other multiverse in itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Star Wars,
Yep.
Wizard of Oz,
And he's a slider at this point.
and he's
Yeah,
a
he's a
slider
slider.
at this
Yeah.
point. He met the sliders and got the contraption.
Yes.
So he went
Yeah.
into all those other universes. Where
He
like
ended up in
the
Batman
British never
Arkham
lost the
Knight,
Civil War, the
the God of
Revolutionary
War.
Yes, he went to God of War. He replaced Cronos.
Injustice
and
he
killed all the
conquered.
gods.
ended up over in the CW universe, where at the end of our entire journey for Thanos, he's now back on the Avengers world 1 second after he left. With all of them looking, didn't we warp him away?
Jose, what happened? Okay, dude, that would be an amazing
We
story.
need to do more episodes like this where we take a character and try to drop him in other worlds.
Other universes.
Yes,
I think we need to do an episode like this for Deadpool when that movie comes out.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll just follow whatever movies are coming out.
Yeah,
that's
they
great.
would all just find ways to throw him out of the universe.
Yeah.
He would want
Like,
to
we
stay.
don't want him
Yeah,
here.
where they're like, no, we don't want this crazy asshole here. Like, somebody get this crazy asshole out of this
He
universe.
thinks he's funny.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's weird episode of the RNBE. The most off topic, but this is literally how discussions happen. This, not even joking, this was organically devised at the beginning of this episode.
Yep.
If Dylan didn't cut out the What Avengers We Want to See in 4 segment, I apologize. We'll do it next time right here on the RNBE. But yeah, that is today's episode. Let me know in the comments down below who else you want us to transplant into and what your theory should be. If you took Thanos and put him in your favorite world, what do you think would have happened? And don't forget, today's episode is brought to you by Marvel Puzzle Quest. Right now, you can get Thanos for free, I believe. Yes, Thanos for free for signing up. That is, Rob's playing it right now. Rob, are you enjoying Marvel Puzzle Quest? And that is where we will leave the episode.
Yeah, man. Crushing this game. Crushing Marvel Puzzle Quest right now. This game's real, son. It's real.
All right, Rob, you can find him over at Comics Explained, his
Yes.
YouTube channel, or on Twitter at Comics Explained. I'm at Comicstorian. You're watching this right here. And you can also catch more streams right here on the Eligible Monster channel every Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. Guaranteed slots. Multiple other days seem to happen occasionally. And Gary, you can find him at GaryCamp4 on Twitter and on pretty much a bunch of videos here on Eligible Monster and Comicstorian at this point.
Yeah.
I exist only in these videos.
Yeah. Like,
We
actually,
turn him
he
off
is,
after they're done.
he is
Yeah.
like, he's After Effects. Like,
All right.
he's created with CGI.
Let's wrap it up.